Welcome back to the Bean Shed, folks. Today we're going to start what I anticipate is a really fun project here. My good buddy Chris is getting married in a couple of weeks, and my gift to him is going to be this 1985 bottle of Old Grandad Bottled and Bond 100 proof Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This bottle will be housed in the real gift, which is our project, and that's a nice cedar box or display case, something that's going to be similar to what you might see on a top shelf liquor store kind of thing. Just a nice box to house this thing, and it might outlast the bottle. Who knows? So the goal is to just keep this as simple yet custom as possible. I got one 8-foot sheet or board rather of cedar here, very nice, and I'm really just going to try and make the whole thing out of this one board. And then of course we got some hardware, brass hardware, including hinges, and some very basic measurements, including the measurements of the bottle and the width of the board and everything here. So that's about it. I'm gonna start by just cleaning this board up a little bit, take the edge off, give it a slightly more clean finish here. This thing is gonna be 13 3/4 inches tall. I'm going to cut 2 more of these. This is the front and back right now. We'll cut 2 more for the sides, and then I'm probably going to end up ripping about 1.5 inches, maybe almost 2 inches off for the width to be not so wide. Boards are cut. And again, you'll see the sides. They definitely don't need that much room above it. So technically I could take 2 inches off. I think I'll start with taking about 1.5 inches off. See how that goes. Getting a little rainy. My blade on my table saw desperately needs to be replaced, so we're ripping this the hard way. Just barely, but that'll sand out. It's getting a little crazy out there. Holy hell! Well, sock me sideways. Cripes! Anyway, we got our pieces cut, labeled, front, back, sides, etc. Looking good. I want to cut a square to fit perfectly inside of the bottom. So not go around the edges, but fit inside here. And we're exactly 4 inches on each side here. Just a tiny bit too long on the top. One of the main reasons I like improvising on these kinds of projects is because you can change your mind as you go. And I think what I'm going to do now is push this bottom and the top in slightly, just to make it look a little more decorative. And you can see when we open the top here moving forward, there's still plenty of room there for the bottle. And now we prepare the tedious task of sanding by hand. Here's where we are. We got 6 clamps going from basically every direction. This thing's all glued up. Gonna let it cure overnight. And tomorrow we'll go ahead and put the lid and the hardware on, finish her up. Day 2. Coming along mighty fine, if I do say so myself. Really all that's left to do is some more sanding, now that the glue is dried. I'm going to put some felt inside here, some black felt stick-on stuff, just so it looks a little bit better on the inside. And then I'm going to throw some magnets on the bottom of this little piece of wood and on these 2 sections here, so that for travel purposes or whatever, you can magnetize that, throw it together, and keep the thing a little more sturdy. Too many times have I not really taken my time and sanded enough and prepped enough and everything during a woodworking project, but not this time. If you've watched literally any of my videos, you'll know that I'm a big old advocate for some bold linseed oil. It's really going to give this a nice finish. It's not a stain, of course, it's just an oil, so it'll kind of brighten it up a little bit and actually help strengthen it too. Day 3. Sun is shining. Great day. Growing up, I always seemed to rush things, rush projects, and just the goal was to just get them done, not necessarily done right. And so at some point I became self-aware of this and been actively trying to put more time and effort into things that are cool, basically. What we got today is some felt, black, just peel and stick felt. I'm gonna cut it out of this roll and then put it on the inside here, all around the back and sides. A cool and helpful tip here for some measurements is that on the back of most tape measurers, it says the length of the actual tape measure itself. This one says 3 inches. So meaning if you pull this out 4 inches, you know, it would be plus the 3 inches here, 7 inches, and so you don't have to bend the thing and all that. Just need to take a tiny little bit off of the right side here. Man, if there was ever a use for a razor blade. Nothing left to do but go put this door on, I do suppose. Got some nice little solid brass hinges here. I think that they're gonna end up having to go on the outside because this is gonna be flush on here, and the width, I think, is gonna mean that we need to put these on the outside. Let's see. I'm super proud of this. Fun little project. Well, folks, thanks for watching. That was a real fun little project there for a good purpose. Chris, if you're watching this, congratulations, buddy. This whole thing took me about 10 hours and probably about $30 or so for the wood and the hardware. It really doesn't require a whole lot of tools. I have a miter saw and a tape measure, so it's not something that you need to be a professional, have a professional setup to do. Definitely worth trying if you have a few extra liquor bottles laying around. I urge you to take your time if you do this project or something similar. The goal is obviously the finished product, but if you rush to get there, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to be sloppy. It's something I learned the hard way over the years, and I really do encourage everyone to just take their time and take pride in their work. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you got something out of this video, go ahead and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.